Hey everybody, this is Valerie Saunders. Welcome to another episode of Val's Vibe. With Sunday being Mother's Day, I definitely want to use today's episode to focus on mothers. So I am a mother. I have two beautiful daughters, Hannah, who lives in Atlanta, and Sarah, who lives in the Jacksonville area. I will be spending some time with my younger daughter here on Mother's Day. I love them very much. Of course, they made me a mother. But I want to take this episode to focus on my mothers. So I say mothers in plural because I do have two mothers. I have my adoptive mother, who is the only mom I've ever known. Um, I was adopted 10 days after I was born. So there was never, and also there was never a time that I didn't know I was adopted. I'm very grateful to my parents for always making sure that I was aware of being adoptive. I do have a younger brother. He is also adopted. It's just part of our lives. It's nothing that is a negative. I grew up in a small town in Illinois. Was a large Catholic community. Quite honestly, there were a lot of other kids who were adopted in our school. So it wasn't a unique thing. It almost seemed kind of common because there were so many other people or kids in my class and my brother's class as well who were adopted. So it was just, another part of life. But up until recently, my mom has now developed dementia. My dad passed away in February of last year, and after he passed away, we had to make the difficult decision to put my mom in assisted living. People with dementia are at various levels. My mom's dementia is not Alzheimer's related. It is developed from a heart condition that builds up protein in your blood and it goes to your brain. But her dementia has increased over time. My mom is going to be 89 in July. And I do go and visit her every single week, and I will visit her tomorrow. I've noticed over time when I go in, she knows who I am. She just doesn't remember my name, or, she'll say, "Oh, this is my," and it kind of stops there. And I will say daughter, but I don't take the time. I don't want to upset her, so I don't correct her on anything. Whatever she remembers, great, which is very little. Whatever she doesn't remember, that's okay too. I want her to have the best life that she can possibly have with whatever time she has left and with whatever it looks like. I'm very grateful for the assisted living facility she is in. There's about 8 other residents who are there. The majority of them are women, and several of them do also have dementia or Alzheimer's or some form of that. But the people, the caretakers there, they're just wonderful people. They take great care of my mother as well as the other residents, and I'm very grateful for what they do for not just my mom, but for everybody else that's there, and that there is a safe place for my mom to be. It's hard to make the decision, but once you've done it and you've kind of seen how the quality of care is and you're happy with it, you can kind of take a deep breath and know that you made the right decision at the end of the day. I mentioned my other mom. So being adopted, I do have a biological mother. I did not ever have any history or knowledge or knowing of anything about my biological mother. So in December of 24, I was contacted through Ancestry. I did do Ancestry, and I also did 23andMe, not necessarily to find anyone, although, of course, curiosity, my ethnicity. Am I Irish? Am I German? Am I Spanish? Or whatever it is my ethnicity is. And I am 99.9% European. My roots go back to Ireland, Scotland, even the like Norway, Sweden area. And I do find it really interesting because Ancestry, it doesn't just tell you what your origins are, it also kind of gives you the migration path of your ancestors. And so that migration path from United Kingdom area across the Atlantic down through the middle part of the East Coast, so through Virginia over into Indiana and Illinois. I was born in Indiana, and my parents lived in Illinois, so they went through an adoption agency for both me and my brother, but I was born in Indiana. So I did get contacted in December of 24 by my half brother. Of course, I didn't know that I had any other brother than my adoptive brother. But since that time, I have come to find out that I do have 3 biological, or 50% biological brothers, and 1 half sister as well. I have talked to one of my biological brothers and his wife. They're very nice, warm, welcoming people. They have given me a little bit of history about my mother and sort of still trying to piece together some circumstances of what led to the decision to put me up for adoption. But I did want to make sure that they were aware that my adoptive parents gave me and my brother a great life. So I don't have any ill will towards my biological mother. Obviously, I'm very grateful for her because she could have made a decision to terminate the pregnancy or some other choices. But I'm very grateful for giving me life and for placing me up for adoption and giving me the opportunity to have such wonderful parents who really took great care of me and my brother. We didn't ask for anything. They supported every single thing that we did. And it, like I said, it was and still is a great life. And I'm very grateful for everybody's paths and how my life came from birth to where I am today. So I'll talk more on future podcasts regarding the finding of my second family or additional family, or maybe original family. But I'm excited to learn more about my biological mother, my half brothers, and my sister. But once again, still always grateful for my parents, my mom and my dad, who took care of me from birth. Wide variety of people in our life, and everybody is important. Everybody helps to guide us and take us down a path. And what we do with the information that we learn over the course of our lives is really what develops us into better people. And so for this Mother's Day, I want to wish my 2 mothers a happy Mother's Day. My biological mother has passed away. And of course, as I said, my adoptive mother has dementia. I'm not going to get a happy Mother's Day, or she's not going to understand Mother's Day from me, but I do love everybody that has created the ability for me to have life, to have a great life, and to be where I am today. So for all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. However you celebrate or remember or choose to reflect, I'm sending you lots of love, and hope you have this is another episode of Val's Vibe, and I look forward to speaking to you again really soon. So thanks, and have a great rest.